July 2024. I was an undergraduate who was living with my parents. I was sitting at my couch watching a documentary of a man who was building $1 million business. Then suddenly realized, wow, I've spent more than a year thinking that what should I do with my life? Like, if you ask me at that time, Tej, what do you want to do with your life? I would say, oh, I'll start a business. I want to start a YouTube. And then, what kind of business? A business? That would be my answer. I was confused as hell. But I'm not saying that I didn't do anything. At that time, I can say I was a professional procrastinator because every time I wanted to do something, I just go to YouTube and I just search like how to do that thing, I searched, but I never started. So yeah, I can call myself I was a professional procrastinator. But still, if I didn't start at that time, I would be the same person today. So I'm so glad that I started middle of that year. You still can start. I know it's been so long, like it's middle of the year, but you still can start. You still have 6 months to achieve all the things that you want to achieve. And most importantly, we don't do things not because we're not passionate to do it. We don't do things because we don't want to do this. I found a quote. It says that if you want to do something, you will find a way. If you don't want to do something, you will find an excuse. And you've been finding excuses this entire time. If I tell you, girl, start a journal that will change your life. Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, I could try, but I don't have a journal, so I'm going to go out tomorrow and I'll buy a journal. I'll start tomorrow. And trust me that tomorrow will never come. Just get a paper and write things down on a paper, easy as that. I want to start a business, like, you know, I'll find people and I'll find some ideas, like, I just, you know, do you even have a name for your business? Do you have any idea what you're gonna sell? Most of the things that you need to do, those do not cost anything to you. You're just waiting for the perfection. Trust me, that perfection will never come because everything is already perfect. It's all about the things you see. It's all about the way you see. If you think that, oh, that's not perfect, I'm waiting for the perfect, that perfection will never come. Everything is already perfect, or maybe nothing is perfect, but if you're waiting for everything to be perfect, that never gonna happen. I'm so sorry to tell you this, that never gonna happen. If you want to do vlogs on YouTube, but you're waiting for that fancy camera, but you already have that phone which you scroll through every single time, and still you don't start it, I'm sorry to say this, you're not gonna make it. Just start. One of the things that I used to tell all the time, this is my biggest inspiration, aka my excuses. I don't know what to do. You never know, just do something. You will figure it out. You're waiting for the perfect time that never gonna happen. You're never gonna make it. Just do something, you will figure it out, you will meet people. You wanna start a business but you don't have any experience, get a job, just meet people. They will tell you their ideas, their inspiration, you will get inspiration and everything. Just do something, you will figure it out. If you have that passion in your mind, if you feel like you're gonna make it, however, just do something, you will figure it out. When we start something, the hype we have is very high, but halfway through we lose the spark. That's totally human-like, but that's totally fine. So that's why I'm doing this video. You started your new year with you created a vision board, you have a list of goals, but what happened to those now? Are you consistent with your goals and habits? If you're not, totally fine, but if you are, wow. So first, get your vision board and your goal list. If you don't have, that's totally fine. As I told you earlier, last year I made my vision board at July. So you still have time to just make a vision board first, or write down your goals on a paper, and we can start now. It's simple steps. It's not a really long video. This is not a really long video. This is not a really long steps. It's easy as that. Really easy. So this is my vision board that I made beginning of this year, and I have my list of goals here. If you don't, just make a vision board, write down your goals on a paper. If you don't have a vision board, okay, get a paper, pause this video and write down your goals. Now you already have your goals. The first step is you need to understand how far you've come. So for that, we have 3 journal prompts. These are the things that I did, so you can try this. The first one is, what am I proud of? Second one, what should I let go? And the third one, who I am becoming. It's like a essay, right? You can write anything. This is your journal, this is your freedom. You can write anything. After you write these things, you will figure out what are the things you achieved this year. You can be proud of yourself. Second step, recreate your vision board. Sometimes you feel like my goal has changed because I'm not the person who I was beginning of the year, but I've upgraded. The goals I set beginning of this year is not gonna match with the highest version of myself which I have today. Like, we do not lower our energy, we do not lower our goals, we do not do that. We just upgrade ourselves. If you feel like this goal needs to be changed, you can change it, because you know what? You are the biggest, best project you will ever work on your life. You can restart, change anything in your life because it's your life. You are the person who's responsible for this. So now you have your recreated vision board. Now you need to create the best self routine. Do you have a routine? If you don't, that's totally fine, because we're gonna make one. What you need to do is, what I personally do is, I only have morning and nighttime routine. If you need to figure out what you're gonna do and then daytime, that's totally fine, that's up to you. But what I do is, I create my morning routine and night routine. So it's up to you. You're the person who knows what you're gonna do in the morning, what you're gonna do in the night. So it's up to you. I'm not gonna tell you you should do this, you should do that. You need to figure out in your way, because you're the person who knows your goals. When you make your routine, I need you to remember one thing. It's not just about routine, it's about everything. If you want to become the best version of yourself, I've said it before and I'll say it again, ask yourself, what would she do? How she's gonna handle this situation? If she does not do this, I don't do it. The final step is break it down. If you don't break this down, that will break you down. Okay? So in order to achieve these goals, what should I do? Monthly, weekly, daily. At the beginning of every month, you need to figure out what should I do in this month in order to achieve everything in my goal list. At the beginning of every week, you need to figure out, okay, now I have my monthly goals. In order to that, what should I do in this week in order to achieve these things? Before you go to bed, you need to create your to-do list. What I'm going to do tomorrow in order to achieve my dream life. All okay, it's simple as that. Losing 10 pounds, it's a very hard thing. It's not an overnight thing. If you need to lose 10 pounds, you need to figure out, this is the diet plan I'm going to do. This is the things I'm going to do in order to achieve this goal. You're the person who knows that. You're the person who need to calculate that. There's so many resources there. As I told you before, most of the things you don't do because you're waiting for the perfection. But at the same time, most of the things does not cost you anything. Talking to people doesn't cost you anything. Reading a newspaper does not cost you anything. Most of the things does not cost you anything. You're waiting for that perfect Pilates class, but you can literally watch a YouTube video and do Pilates at home. Don't wait for the perfect time, and do not care what the hell just other people think. I'm not saying when you lock yourself at the mall, people won't judge you. No, I'm not saying it. They will judge you. They sure judge you, and that's totally fine. That's their thing, right? But only for 2 seconds. After which they judge you, they will move to the other person and they will judge that person. They will literally continue their miserable life, and you're here just worrying about, oh, that person, what did she think about me? No, you don't do that. That's you lowering your energy. Why would you lowering your energy just because of other people think about you? Why would you lower your energy because of someone else? No, you don't do that here. Lastly, I'm not a YouTube guru who knows everything. I'm just a girl who's trying to figure things out. I'm also learning. These are things I've experienced. That's why I wanted to tell you this. So I really think this will help you. So I hope you have a great day. Bye bye.